Man of Steel. It's directed by Zack Snyder. So with this film, I have things I liked about it and I didn't like about it. I'm gonna start with the things I did like about it. First thing I liked about this film was the action. The action was so much like different from Superman Returns. I mean, Superman Returns, he lifts up a rock and throws it to space, and that's the biggest action. I mean, with this movie, towards the end, an hour with just pure action, and it was fucking awesome. And second thing I liked about it was not General Zod. I had some problems with General Zod, but it was his sidekick, Ursula, something like that. It was one of the. I'll put a photo. Yeah. She was badass. I mean, there's this part where they're in Smallville and Superman and her are fighting, and these armed forces are walking up to her and then start shooting at her, and she just looks at them and then fucking speed races her way out of there like this. Whoosh, 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 ah! And she looks like the Flash. Like, I'm like, if she wasn't part of Superman, this girl could be the Flash. I mean, it's so cool. The third thing that I liked about this film was the narrative. A lot of people have problems with the narrative. I actually liked it a lot better. I feel like it's an origin story, but it would have turned out to be Superman Returns, a boring, and not like this tight-ass Man of Steel we got. Because what I mean is, he was already an adult when we got to Earth, and then certain parts, it would show him when he was a kid, when he's a teenager, then he's a young adult, and it was really interesting to see like that, and I liked it a lot. Fourth, I liked when Pa Kent died. I thought that was a lot better than when he died from a heart attack. I'm probably 1 out of 1,000 who liked it like that, just because I thought it was an emotional scene. I felt they really did it well. I liked it a lot, and I feel like they did well with that scene, to capture the emotion. The fifth thing I liked about it was the story. I liked the story a lot. I like how it wasn't too cartoonish like Iron Man 3. Hate that shit. But no, this was pretty awesome. I mean, it was balls the act. I mean, some might say there was too much action for the story, but I thought it was awesome. I mean, it was so cool. Okay. Things I didn't like about the film. Number one, the script. The script really left me hanging. D. Knight, who did The Dark Knight. I mean, I love that. The screenplay for Dark Knight was one of the best screenplays. I mean, especially for the Joker. I mean, he's pretty good at writing for villains. In this movie, General Zod was left hanging. That's the thing I had a problem with General Zod, was he wasn't. Michael Shannon is a great actor, fantastic actor, probably one of the best today, and they gave him very minimal material to use to give him that to make General Zod up there with the Joker and Ra's al Ghul and Loki, and he just wasn't given that material, and that's really hurt Zod for me. Second thing I didn't like about it, connecting with the script, was General Zod. I didn't think he was that big of a threat. I actually thought his sidekick, the girl I was talking about, was a bigger badass than he was. I mean, he kind of had the idea and the mind for what was going to happen with the plan, but she kicked everyone's ass. She fucking did everything that he wanted to do, but she actually did it. Woman. The third thing I didn't like about it was Lois Lane. Lois Lane seemed to me like very styrofoam kind of figure. And it's not Amy Adams' fault. It's, again, the script's fault. The script really let a couple characters down. I mean, it was very... she said lines just to get the scene through. She didn't say any lines that are important. Her lines were very minimal. She wasn't really big part of what was going on in the scene. She just said it to get by. And it was all right. And I just think the script let that character down too. The fourth thing I didn't like about it was the 3D. Now, I saw it in IMAX 3D, like the first showing, and I was pumped up like, oh, IMAX, it's going to be awesome. Because Christopher Nolan loves utilizing the IMAX cameras. We saw that in The Dark Knight and Dark Knight Rises. And I was like, 3D, this is gonna be awesome. Let's see what Zack Snyder can do, because he's usually visually stunning. You do not need to see this in 3D. There's absolutely no spectacular moment in 3D. Yeah, there's some pop-ups that fly up, but you know, it's nothing big. I mean, it's literally like watching on a 3D TV. It's nothing's big. Maybe one pop-up, but that's it. That really let me down too, because I paid the extra $4 for it, so kind of sucked. But either way, it was good. Two things I actually did like about it, I forgot to mention, was I like Russell Crowe as Jor-El. He was one of the best parts of the film. I actually liked it a lot. I thought he was given actually good material, and Russell Crowe was awesome as him. Second was Henry Cavill as Superman. I liked him a lot. The script got a little too weird, like it's kind of awkward in a way for his, especially when he's talking to like an army general. The general, if you guys know what I'm talking about, it seems so whatever. Like it just seemed really cliched when he was talking to the army guy. But he was good though. He was probably the best Superman we've had since Christopher Reeve. Fuck you, Brad and Ruth. And that's my review for Man of Steel. For my rating, I'm gonna go at 1 through 10. So that's gonna be my rating system, and I'm gonna give this movie a 8 out of 10. I believe this is one of the best summer flicks we've had so far. It's really entertaining. I suggest you see it. If you're a comic book fan, definitely see it. You'll definitely be enjoyed. It's a major improvement over Superman Returns, and it's my rating 8 out of 10. Alright, please subscribe to my channel, comment, like, share. Please comment. I love talking movies with people. It's really interesting. And tell me what I need to improve on in my next video. My next review, look for, is World War Z. And I'll see you Bodacious Buzz next time with the movie guy. Look how big these IMAX glasses are.